Hello everyone, Jax West from Stephen Avery Project, Justice with Jax, and MaM Gossip. Today we are starting part 2 of Making a Murderer, which they don't like it being called seasons. They want it called parts for I don't know what reason. But so this is part 2, episode 1. We will cover today episodes 1 and 2. The goal is to cover 2 episodes a day for the next 5 days. Sup, cat? So this one, when did this one come out? Was it 2018 that this came out? I don't remember for sure. I'm really bad. It didn't come out that long ago, I don't think. And I guess, what's up, Bryce? Bryce is here for a second. I usually get one comment from Bryce and then he can't say anything else. 2018, okay, that's what I was thinking, but again, you know me in numbers. So, this I haven't seen as many times as I've seen part 1. I may have only seen this, oh, okay, Bryce. I may have only seen this one twice. And a little douchebag, or I shouldn't say that, Smurf bag. Remember, I'm supposed to not swear because Facebook is really cracking down. Hello, David. So I binge watched this whole thing in one night when it first came out. Really, needed to see it. And one of the moderators for Stephen Avery Project then had said to me, "Good evening, Natalie. Oh, Jax, I can't believe you're in it." And I'm like, "I'm not in it." And then she told me to look at a certain episode, and yeah, you see me for a split second. So, and I don't even think you see my face. I think it's just my back. So, I didn't even know. I knew I was there and that I've talked to the documentarians when they were filming. But they weren't filming me, I don't think, when we were talking. Yeah. So, fun times. This series has a lot of, now, the craziness of what happened after Making a Murderer was this big, huge success that brings in supporters as well as the wacky fans. So be prepared that I am probably going to go off a bit on certain things because now things in this series, I was there and I know firsthand accounts of things that they're going to show. And so I will know things that is not included. And I'll share as we go along because this is MaM Gossip and that's what we do here. I spill the whole tea on things. So before we get started too, I just wanted to say that, ooh, and crumpets. Not crumpets, I got Miley's popcorn still to eat. This is what I'll be snacking on at some point. It's very delicious that my sexy girlfriend sent me. Brad Dassey had his court date this morning. Barb had filed a harassment suit and wanted a screensaver just kicked on Netflix and freaked me out there for a second. So Barb wanted to shut Brad up, all right? And for those of you who don't know the family tree, Brad Dassey is not blood related to Barb or the Avery family. He is Pete Dassey's firstborn. So when Barb got together with Pete Dassey, Pete came with a child from a prior relationship. And that Barb never treated well. And so Barb's 4 boys, Brian, Bobby, Blaine, Brendan, are all half brothers with Brad. Brad is the one who, years ago, when the whole Teresa Halbach thing went down, he went to law enforcement and stated that Barb had asked him about this computer at her house, that if it's reformatted, did that wipe it? And that sounded suspect. And Brad has done an affidavit with Kathleen Zellner. And Brad is out and about on social media and talks about these things. Oh, I can't take this call right now. That's my realtor, because selling my house from my divorce. Woo woo. So Barb just basically wants Brad to shut up because he's out making songs and on social media, and press picks it up. And so she's just trying to make him shut up. They went to court this morning and Barb lost. Said that did not have enough evidence. Doesn't mean she can't try again. And now Brad has countered and sued or filed. I don't know the legal terms of it. I saw in here that people were debating that I called something a suit and blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm not the Avery family fan who pretends to be a lawyer. I don't pretend to be a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know legal stuff. All right. So whatever. I posted the screenshot of what I saw online that Barb was denied. Whatever you want to call what just happened there. A harassment suit, whatever you want to call it. And so now Brad has filed against Barb. And I believe that goes next week. So we'll see what happens now when Brad has his day in court. But I just wanted to put that out there since that just happened today. Hi, sexy girlfriend. So, all last week we watched Making a Murderer Part 1. I cannot show you the video because Carla, hi Carla, reports me. And since I don't own it, I can't show you the video of it. So, I'll play it and you'll listen along. Or if you have your Netflix ready to go and you want to sync it up with me, you can hit play when I hit play in just a second as soon as I'm done babbling here. So we are starting today. Today is Monday, so we are on, don't call it season. I don't know why, Bryce, but the documentarians don't like it called season. They want it called part. So this is part 2, episode 1. We will be doing both episode 1 and episode 2 today. And then Tuesday we'll do 3 and 4 until it's all done. So I am about to hit play now. Here we go. Part 2, episode 1. This episode is called number 18. And here we go. Pish posh. And what did it do? It's now exiting out of Netflix for some dumb reason.
To check if anyone was inside. Nothing.
Hold on.
Night, after the rest of the family leaves the gruesome scene,
So
Julia's grandfather
Netflix.
returns to inspect
Hold.
it more.
So now we got to go back in. Ready? Now we're going to play. 1, 2, 3, go. It's supposed to be playing. It's buffering. Here we go. It says November 9th. 2015, 5.5 weeks before the launch of Making a Murderer.
Well, he is one of Northeast Wisconsin's most notorious murderers, and now a new documentary is set to air about the life and crimes of Stephen Avery.
From his 2003 release from prison for a crime he did not commit, all the way through his 2007 conviction for Halbach's murder, Stephen Avery's notoriety has been followed by the people in Northeast Wisconsin. And now, in a 10-part series being released on Netflix next month, Making a Murderer.
Many people in this community we talk to are not interested in anything dealing with Avery.
You get wrongly convicted, and then all of a sudden you do that. You get a second chance, and you blow it.
In response to the news of the documentary, the Halbach family says, "We are saddened to learn that individuals and corporations continue to create entertainment and to seek profit from our loss. We continue to hope that the story of Teresa's life brings goodness to the world."
Now it says December 18, 2015, Making a Murderer launches on Netflix.
Making a Murderer.
Making a Murderer.
Making a murderer. Making
a
murderer.
I hadn't even heard about this until about a week ago.
And
now everybody's talking about it.
People around the world.
Millions of
A
views.
sea of angry social media are extremely outraged.
Stephen Avery's lawyers now are rock stars. People love him.
Good morning, heartthrobs. Celebrities are taking to social media.
Celebrities, they've been
Tweeting like crazy.
Everyone is talking about this docuseries.
Petitions calling for the release of Stephen Avery continue to grow.
The most activity the site has ever seen.
There are now calls for the president himself to get involved.
In a lengthy response, the White House wrote in part, since Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey are both state prisoners, the president cannot pardon them. A pardon in this case would need to be issued at the state level by the appropriate authorities.
The state's
governor, Scott Walker, refused.
People watching a TV series calling for pardon without having little or no knowledge of major pieces of evidence.
The governor has not seen Making a Murderer, but calls it one-sided.
Documentaries tend to offer a kind of a balanced approach. It's really not a documentary.
I'm going to do everything in my power to free Steve Avery, and then I'm coming after you.
Viewers made death threats against Kratz and his family. His Yelp page is under an active cleanup alert because of all the negative comments.
I hope your daughter gets raped and murdered.
A decade later, you have no concern that some of your people might have done something inappropriate with the evidence?
No, I do not.
Zero.
Sheriff Robert Herman is getting emails from all over the world. Some he calls hate mail.
Your department is as crooked as they come. I hope you all rot in hell. That I got this afternoon.
For those who think Stephen Avery didn't do it, it comes down to one prominent attorney famous for wrongful convictions who says she's about to turn this case upside down.
Stephen Avery has a new high-profile lawyer.
Kathleen Zellner is famous for exonerating 17 other men of wrongful convictions.
Zellner wasting no time in criticizing former prosecutor Ken Kratz for his role in putting Avery behind bars.
Saying quote, the Zellner law firm is looking forward to adding Mr. Avery to its long list of wrongful conviction exonerations.
Now, prosecutor Ken Kratz alleges important evidence was left out of the documentary.
What is the most persuasive evidence that the series left out?
The DNA that was found on the hood latch was the most persuasive. His sweaty hands reached underneath the hood and got onto the hood latch. You can't plant sweat. How do you leave that out of the documentary?
Not aired in the Netflix documentary, DNA found inside the hood latch, which, according to Kratz, came from the skin and sweat of Avery's fingers.
The DNA was sweat.
Fingers, but he wore gloves.
Sweat DNA is not something that you just carry around with you and slap on the car.
There's no such thing as sweat
Prosecutor Ken
DNA.
Kratz says, quote, "You don't want to muddy up a perfectly good conspiracy movie with what actually happened."
The main actor here, everybody believes, is Stephen Avery. He was convicted. He received a life sentence. No possibility of parole. That man's right where he needs to be.
Manitowoc County, take a stand. Jody in prison and innocent
This girl on camera right now.
This documentary really opened up everybody's eyes. Couldn't sleep, couldn't rest. I knew something had to be done.
I don't believe in the corruption in Manitowoc County. I'm 100% behind the police officers.
I think if they have nothing to hide, they would give these two guys retrials.
DNA evidence proved it, so he's guilty.
Simple fact.
This could have happened to you. This could have happened to your family members.
They have to kill somebody first.
The sheriff department framed these
Don't let Netflix tell you what to think.
That Megan girl that's holding the bullhorn. Woo! I could go into so much on that girl. She's a nasty piece of work. And all she cared about was getting on camera. I have messages and messages with that girl. Despise her. Spill the tea. I'm glad I could say I'm Megan, as I call her. Capital M, capital N. And her personal life. Her husband. Now I'm starting to sweat because I'm getting all riled up. Ooh. Now it says 2016, 9 years after the verdicts. Oh, look, the sign Jeff made. And Dolores' trailer. And then on Dolores' windowsill back there is a flower that's solar powered, where the flower and the leaves go. I gave that to Dolores one Mother's Day. It says greatest mother, or greatest mom, something like that. Al, actually at the salvage yard. Chuck and Earl is actually working. Or he's standing around while other people are working.
I got no spark at all. I got no spark now at all.
You see how big Earl is?
No, this one I did.
See how big he is? He called me fat and told me I needed to get exercise and go on a diet. Which is true, but it's just funny coming from him. Dolores is going through fan mail.
The guys from supporters that he's innocent and everything else. And here's some woman made this, dedicated to Stephen Avery family. They write like nice letters in it. Nope, this is a picture of me.
Happy birthday to Alan Avery and to Bryce. It's his birthday today too.
Mama Avery. I told him he better be home for Christmas though. How many Christmases I didn't even make that the last couple of years. What for? Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I never had a bad letter here. They're all good.
Would the president
You know,
give him
some
a bad
people,
letter?
they feel really bad and sad and everything happened to me. And, you know, sometimes it feels like you want to cry, but you can't. Once I started, I couldn't stop reading them. I had to go to town and come back and read the rest of them.
See, this is why I tell
Kind of
you.
shocked sometimes. You know.
Write him a letter.
I didn't think all of
Because
these
you just
people
want to
would
make
care
his day
about,
better.
you know,
Not
this little
expecting
thing.
one back.
Seems like I got the whole world for me.
There are still blue ribbons and hearts made of lights on homes and businesses in the Hilbert-Sherwood area where Teresa Halbach lived and was part of the community.
Those that know the Halbach family say they are sickened by the Netflix series and all the attention it is getting.
I just can't get past how badly I feel for her family amid all of this coming up again 10 years later. Just the ultimate sadness over, the death of a person who had a lot to give the world and didn't get the chance to give it.
Now, as some are questioning the guilt of the men convicted for killing Teresa, her friends are trying to focus on keeping her memory as bright as her smile.
She really had an electricity or an electric personality. She was always smiling.
She was just the kind of person that you wanted to be friends with when you were in college. Just a really great, solid person.
Just always a happy-go-lucky, typical Midwestern girl.
That's how Teresa Halbach's college friends from UW Green Bay will remember her best.
She'd come in the room and it would just light up.
I don't look at her as someone that was murdered. I look at her as my classmate from UW Green Bay. We were all trying to get our degree and get into the real world, I guess.
You're not taping that, are you?
In 2001, the communications major offered a class trip to Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah. They're all facing pretty much the same direction.
Natalie, there's
Teresa
one
was
person
really
on here.
into
I can't remember
photography.
what it is that they say, but they say something
That was her passion.
that infuriated me. So I'm waiting for that.
I love taking pictures. I love holding a camera in my hand. I love kids. I love babies.
Who knows what she would have turned out to be? It would have
She
been
loves
pretty
holding
exciting, I
multiple
think.
keys on her keyring in this picture.
She'll never be able to advance in her career, have a family, spend time with her parents, her siblings. Teresa's gone. It doesn't matter at this point to our side of it, Teresa's friends, her family. Do we want to see the right person convicted? Yeah, I guess, but that's secondary compared to anything else. She's gone, and once she's gone, there's nothing else you can do about
So
that.
you don't care who did it. Doesn't matter. I understand that their loss of her is the thing that should affect them the most, but you shouldn't care what happened to her and that somebody is in prison for something they didn't do.
Letters to do.
Well, you got a lot of them now?
Yeah, the past couple of days I've been getting 20 of them.
Ooh.
Like my stack is up to 38 now.
Ooh, you better start writing.
That's what I'm trying
We're
to do.
at Barb and Scott's house.
I get another fucking 20 of them. After a while, my hand starts to hurt.
These are the ones that we had at the protest.
Barb is wearing a shirt that I made. That picture, Barb and Scott are both wearing shirts I made. They're holding signs that I made. Amy, who is standing with
He
Barb,
loves
is
all
wearing
his
a shirt
supporters.
that I made.
He gets anywhere from 30 to 100 letters a week. And that was in the beginning. And he's still getting them. I knew that there was a lot of people out there that cared. It makes me feel good.
I don't know, it just makes me sad that, not sad in a way, it's sad happy that people take time to do this for him. Some amazing people out there.
This blanket here